Everyone's following money advice. That's completely wrong. You've been told, save everything, avoid credit cards, and buy a house at all costs. But here's the truth nobody tells you. These rules were designed to keep you broke, scared, and dependent. They're not helping you. They're helping someone else get rich off your fear. By the end of this video, you'll see the exact strategies wealthy people use, including a credit card trick that could change your life. And trust me, once you see how deep this goes, you'll never look at money advice the same way again. Let's dive in. Myth number 1. Saving alone makes you wealthy. Meet Sarah. She's been saving since her first paycheck. No fancy coffee. She makes it at home. No vacations. She stays local. Every penny she can squeeze goes straight into her savings account. She's got $3,000 saved up and feels pretty good about herself. Her parents are proud. Her friends call her responsible. But here's the kicker. Gas prices doubled from $2.50 to $5. Her rent jumped from $800 to $1,200. Groceries that used to cost $80 now cost $130. Her $3,000 savings now has the buying power of maybe $1,800 from when she started. Why? Inflation happened while she was busy being responsible. Sarah saved herself broke, and she doesn't even know it. Banks absolutely love this story. They profit from your savings while your money loses value every single day. Here's how the game works. They pay you what? 0.01% interest? That's literally 1 penny for every $100 you give them for an entire year. Meanwhile, they take that same money and loan it out at 6 to 8% interest for car loans, credit cards, personal loans. You make pennies. They make thousands. Off your money. And while you're being responsible, inflation is eating your lunch money. Your grocery bill keeps climbing, your rent keeps rising, but your savings account? It's growing slower than your nephew learning to walk. You're working harder just to stay in the same place. Actually, you're going backwards, but it feels like you're being smart about it. Here's what millionaires figured out decades ago. They don't just save. They invest. Stocks, real estate, businesses, anywhere their money grows faster than inflation steals it. Last year, while Sarah's $3,000 earned maybe $12 in interest, enough for a fast food meal, a simple S&P 500 investment would have grown her money by 24%. That's $720 on $3,000. Instead of buying one meal, she could have bought groceries for a month. The wealthy don't hide money under the mattress. They put it to work. While Sarah's playing defense, they're playing offense. And guess who's winning? And if you think investing is risky, congratulations. You're thinking exactly what they want you to think. Because a scared investor is a profitable customer for someone else. But before I show you the math that'll make you question everything you've been told about risk, let me expose the second lie. This one's about the American dream itself, and why it's actually become a 30-year financial nightmare that your parents never had to face. You're really not going to like this one. Myth number 2. Owning a home is always better. Jake bought a house. His neighbor Emma rents the identical unit next door. Every month, Jake pays his $1,800 mortgage, plus $300 in property taxes, plus $200 for insurance, plus whatever breaks that month. And trust me, something always breaks. Emma writes one check for $1,400 in rent and calls it a day. Jake brags about building equity while unclogging his toilet at 2 a.m. Emma orders pizza and watches Netflix. Who's really winning this game? Everyone keeps telling Jake he's investing in his future. Emma's supposedly throwing money away. But let's look at what's actually happening here. Back in your parents' day, the 1980s, banks and governments sold homeownership as the dream. And it made sense then. Your dad bought his house for $45,000. His salary? About $18,000. That's 2.5 times his income. Today, the average home costs $350,000. Average salary, $50,000. That's 7 times the income. Your parents bought a house for the price of a nice car today. You're buying a house for the price of a small business. But somehow, everyone acts like this is totally normal. Meanwhile, while Jake's throwing money at his mortgage, and let's be honest, for the first 15 years he's mostly paying interest, Emma takes that extra $900 a month and invests it. After 5 years, Jake might have $15,000 in equity if he's lucky with appreciation. Emma's investment account? It's sitting pretty at around $65,000. Jake owns a house payment. Emma owns liquid wealth. And when Emma wants to move to a different city for a better job, she gives 30 days notice. Jake, he's got to sell, pay realtor fees, hope the market's good, and pray nothing's wrong with the foundation. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Renting isn't throwing money away. Being house poor is. Liquidity beats liability every single time. Flexibility beats being locked into one spot for 30 years. Emma can move anywhere, invest the difference, and often comes out ahead. The American dream became the American trap, and most people walked right into it because that's what they were told to do. But here's the part that'll blow your mind. The same system that convinced Jake to take on massive debt can actually make you rich. And it's sitting in your wallet right now. I'm talking about the piece of plastic that financial gurus told you to cut up and burn. What I'm about to show you will flip everything you thought you knew about credit cards, and why the wealthy have been using them to build wealth while everyone else lives in fear. Myth number 3. Credit cards ruin your finances. Credit cards are financial suicide, right? At least that's what you've been programmed to believe. Cut them up, pay cash for everything, live like your great-grandmother did in 1943. Dave Ramsey built an empire telling people this. But here's the plot twist that nobody talks about. The average millionaire has 4 credit cards. Not 0. 4. What do they know that broke people don't? Are they just better at resisting temptation? Or is there something bigger going on here? The horror stories about credit card debt? They're 100% real. People buying $2,000 vacations they can't afford, paying minimum payments for years, getting trapped in interest that never ends. I've seen people pay $8,000 for a $2,000 purchase because they couldn't figure out how to use credit properly. But here's what they don't teach you. Broke approach. Buy stuff you can't afford, pay minimums, stay trapped forever. Smart approach. Put your normal expenses on cards, pay the full balance every month, get cash back on money you were spending anyway, build credit, get better rates on everything else. They're literally getting paid to live their normal life. Think about it. You're buying groceries anyway. You're buying gas anyway. You're paying utilities anyway. Smart people put all of that on cashback cards, pay it off immediately, and pocket the rewards. It's like getting a 2% discount on your entire life. Here's how business owners really use this. They put their $4,000 monthly expenses on business cards, office supplies, gas, client dinners, software subscriptions. Earn $80 to $120 in cash back, pay off the balance immediately, and write the whole thing off on taxes. They're making money 3 different ways. 1. Cash back on money they were spending anyway. 2. Tax deductions that save them hundreds. 3. Building credit so good that banks compete for their business. Meanwhile, people who cut up their cards pay higher interest rates on everything for the rest of their lives. Your credit score affects your car loan, your mortgage, even whether some employers will hire you. Credit isn't the enemy. Ignorance is. And if you think this sounds too good to be true, stick with me, because I'm about to show you how all 3 of these myths connect into one big system designed to keep you financially dependent. This isn't about money tips. This is about control. And once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Here's what all these myths have in common. They keep you scared of the very things that build wealth. Scared of investing, so you save and earn pennies while inflation steals your purchasing power. Scared of staying liquid, so you lock up your money in a house you can't afford. Scared of credit, so you can't access capital or build the credit score that would save you thousands. Notice the pattern? Every single piece of safe financial advice keeps you small, scared, and dependent. Meanwhile, wealthy people do the exact opposite. They invest aggressively, stay flexible, and use credit strategically. It's not accidental. It's by design. Your fear is literally funding their fortune. Every dollar you safely save at 0.01% interest gets loaned out at 6% to someone who understands the game better than you do. Stop being house poor. Stay liquid and invest the difference. Stop fearing credit. Learn to use it like a tool, not a crutch. Do this consistently for 10 years, and you'll be wealthier than 90% of people still following the old, broken rules. But here's your homework assignment. Go find that person who's been giving you the old advice. You know who I'm talking about. The one who told you to save every penny, buy a house as soon as possible, and cut up your credit cards. Share this video with them. Watch their reaction. Because the biggest myth of all isn't about money at all. Because the biggest myth of all isn't about money at all. It's that you need anyone's permission to build wealth. You don't. You never did. Welcome to the other side. The water's fine, and the compound interest is even better.